Hi and welcome to Stewie Plays Elite Dangerous. Today we'll be looking at making billions as a solo new player with Thargoids and Powerplay. If you're new to Elite, or have until now have avoided the Thargoid War gameplay, then let me show you a very fast and easy way to make billions of credits, gain combat rank, and help with the ongoing war effort. All of this can be done solo with no ranked locked ships. Starting out cost will be 349 million with a rebuy of 17.6 million. If you are new or low on the funds, check out my easy to follow 1.1 billion guide to xenobiology for a mapped out list of planets worth 19 million each. The ship we'll be using is an Anaconda. Let's take a look at the basic model in outfitting. For our weapons, we have 4 Class 3 Enhanced AX missile racks, accompanied by 2 Class 2D Enhanced AX missile racks. Our utilities consist of 3 caustic sink launchers, 1 heat sink launcher, an enhanced Xeno scanner, 1 shutdown field neutralizer, and 2 OA class shield boosters. Our core internals consists of lightweight alloys, an A-rated 8 power plant, 7A thrusters, an A-rated size 6 frameshift drive of the SCO variety, a 5D life support, an 8 A-rated power distributor, 8D sensors, and a 5C fuel tank. Our optional internals consist of a Class 7 BioWeave shield generator, an A-grade size 6 fuel scoop, a 5F experimental weapon stabilizer. Then we have 3 5D module reinforcement packages, along with a 5D hull reinforcement, then a 4D hull reinforcement package, along with a 4A auto field maintenance unit to repair any modules that might be damaged, and a 2D module reinforcement package. The upgraded engineered versions that'll be expanded on this template will be listed below. We will buy this from the HIP 20440 system at Right Gateway, along with all the non-Xeno items, the only exception being the A-rated power plant, which is located on the planet below at Gelach Exchange. All items bought in this system will be subject to a 15% discount, which will also help lower the insurance rebuy cost. If any of the stock availabilities alter from the time of recording this due to in-game faction states, just check Inara's outfitting search section for the items you need and be sure to select discounted only. The Xeno items we need can be found for sale on rescue megaships. Just look for the green and blue medical plus mark on the galactic map. For me, the closest one was in the Tellin system, with the shutdown field neutralizer at Volterra base. With the base model now finished, you'll see gaps in the optional section of the outfitting. This will change for new players as you unlock engineers and upgrades. I've left the option of an advanced docking computer for the bottom slot, but if you do opt for it, be sure to turn it off for combat due to power and heat levels as your build advances with engineering. You may also think that we need repair limpets or collector controllers, but with this being a drop-in, kill and jump out build, we won't be after materials, just the 40 million credit per kill. And on this build, they just consume power and add weight. If for some reason you do take a lot of hull damage, drop into an AX signature signal source, fly close to the friendly ships, and let the AX support ships repair your hull at a fast rate while you use the auto field maintenance unit to repair any modules that are damaged. Just remember to turn it off again when you're finished, but given what we're after, you shouldn't even lose your shields. Set your power management levels as seen in the ship link below, then set your fire groups to your liking, but do not forget to assign the shutdown field neutralizer to a keybind for ease of use, so that no matter what fire group you're in, you will always have access to this function. To do this, go to Menu, Options, Control, Ship Controls, Miscellaneous, then scroll down to Use Shutdown Field Neutralizer and set it to a key that is most comfortable for you. Now let's head to the galactic map. In here we need to look for systems that are Thargoid alert. To do this, click on the Thargoid War tab, and you will see this state is shown as yellow. Click a Titan name to zoom in to that area, then look around for a system that is yellow. Now and then when jumping into a Thargoid active system, you may get hyperspace interdicted. Don't panic, simply boost away, activating a heatsink, and go into silent running mode. On the most advanced build, you won't need a heatsink. Just pop out and back into silent running mode to manage the heat levels until your drive is out of the cooldown mode. Once we have a system located, jump in and scan it. We're looking for non-human signal sources of a threat level 4. If one has not spawned, we have two options. Either jump to a new system that is also in alert, or pop the existing signal sources by dropping in, turning about, boosting and jumping right out. When we have a threat level 4 targeted, if needed, use the SCO drive's boost function to cover the distance faster, then drop in. Once in, deploy hardpoints, set the pips depending on the build level you are using. The basic build will be 4-2-0 and fly towards a Thargoid sensor. Sometimes this will be missing, just fly in and hope for an alert message about an anomaly. If you get no alert message, you can do one of two things: jump out and look for a fresh signal, or log out to desktop, log back in, jump to Super Cruise, and drop back in for another chance at spawning a Thargoid. Once the anomaly triggers, it will always spawn one Ortherus. This ship will move to collect the sensor. This is where you can open fire and unload as much damage as you can, as quickly as you can, because now you're on a timer. The Ortherus won't shoot or deploy any swarms, but it will activate a shutdown pulse in the hopes of escaping. To counter this, we need to use our shutdown field neutralizer. This will eat the system's power, hence the 4 pips to systems. About 1 to 2 seconds after the warning, press and hold the key that you assigned to the shutdown field neutralizer. After this, pour on the damage. While the Ortherus moves, it will try to lure you into its caustic wake. This will distort your view and rot the hull off your ship if you do not keep track of the caustic sinks filling up. Each caustic sink will fill up in turn. Only switch fire groups to shoot them off as one job lot, as the last one is close to maximum capacity. Use vertical thrusters to help keep your ship out of the caustic wake as much as you can, and focus on the targeting leading reticle as much as possible rather than look at a Thargoid, as the distortion can prove distracting. In the latter end of the fight, Thargoid scouts will jump in. Just ignore them. This is where your shields will come in. Only a small amount of damage will bleed through. Your number one focus is killing the Ortherus before it jumps out. As soon as it starts to blow up, point away, retract your weapons, and boost. Then, as soon as you see the 40 million combat bond flash up in the top right, jump out. Your damage output will always be governed by the ammo capacity of your smallest launcher. So once the 2 small launchers are empty, I would look to rearm, rather than potentially wasting time on a fresh Ortherus with only 4 weapons hitting it and failing to kill it before it jumps out. With a basic build, you should be able to kill 3 Ortheruses. After that, the 4th Ortherus will stand a good chance of escaping due to your reduced firepower. With engineering, this will get easier, as shown in this footage. Now pips work well at 4, 0 and 2, as we have long-range vented beams to power, and our ship will be moving better due to the upgrades. And with the Sirius pre-engineered missiles, you'll be able to kill 5 Ortheruses before having to rearm at a station or carrier. But while the Sirius missile launchers have a slightly lower damage, they fire faster and have a vastly greater ammo supply, making them the next step up. But they do need to be bought with engineering materials for each one. You can buy them from the Sirius megaship Spirit of Liapus in Luton's star system. I will link guides for the fastest way of gathering grade 5 engineering materials below. Now that Ram Tar has come out with the new update protecting the Guardian weapons from rotting and instantly becoming unusable, the best weapon in slot is the Guardian Shard Cannon, as shown in this footage. This cold shard build is also good for farming the Titan Maw in the final stages of the Titan's defeat, where Ortherus and other Thargoids spawn out in an endless loop of fleeing the melting down Titan. Just pick off the Ortherus at your leisure. With the final build, you can kill 7 Ortherus before needing to rearm, netting you 560 million per run. But wait, how did I get to 560 million, I hear you say? Well, this is where Powerplay comes in. Looking at AL Duval's information, if we join her and attain rank 5, any combat bonds that we hand in to a station that is within a system that is controlled or exploited by her, the station will then pay out a bonus of 100% of the combat bonds. So for every 5 billion I hand in, I get paid out 10 billion. Now where she finds the credits to do this is a matter between her and the intergalactic taxman. All I know is, this is one of the best moneymakers in the game. To gain rank, you can run cargo from her HQ in the Karmad Henu system to systems that are listed in the control section of the Powerplay. The very first time you do this, it'll be very click intensive, as you only have access to cargo in blocks of 10s. The next cycle will be better, as they will be in blocks of 50s. This first part will cost 100 million to fast track all of the cargo to attain 10,000 merits, but this can be covered by your first 3 kills. The following weeks you'll be paid 50 million credits with each Powerplay cycle, which will cover the cost of keeping your merit rank up after the reboots. Under the current system, you lose half of your total merits with each cycle, so you need to regain the 5,000 merits to maintain the rank 5 bonus. Once you have a taste for how easy this can be solo, try to imagine a group of players dominating a Spire site, obliterating the Authoress soon after they spawn in, over and over. With all that said, I hope you find this guide helpful, and feel free to check out my other guides on engineering material gathering. Happy hunting, and I hope to see you all soon. Goodbye!